I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got War and Peace inside my DNA.
What's up, YouTubers? This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. So we're right at the end of 2017 and all the flagship smartphones are out and we're looking forward to 2018, but we got some things that we want to see in 2018. I'm doing a collaboration video today with my man ShawnBNice. He's featured on my channel and he's going to give you his insight on what he would like to see for future devices in 2018. So get your popcorn ready and follow me on this journey. Let's go.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy ShawnBNice, back again with some more heat rock, but today I'm sharing that heat rock distribution with my boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, better known as Easy E. So today I am collaborating with him so we can talk about what we expect from the LG G7, the S9, and the Note 9. So I'm gonna break this up a little bit because I am doing some Black Friday shopping, so I will be in various places. But anyway, we're gonna start off with the LG G7, and the reason we starting off with the LG G7 is because the S9 and the Note 9, they pretty much share a lot of the same features anyway, so a lot of those wants and what I expect, they're gonna be shared anyway for the most part, you know what I mean? So yeah. Now, as far as the LG G7 is concerned, the first thing I want from y'all, or what I expect, is honestly, man, give me a sticky factor. Shout out to QC Dash for that terminology. A sticky factor, man, I need something to come back to your device. The problem is with most LG phones, at least for me in the first place, is besides the wide angle lens, there's nothing else in the software really to make me come back and be like, oh man, I gotta have this product. And I think that's the problem with LG. I think that's why they get buried under Samsung a lot, because at least with Samsung phones, y'all call them gimmicks if y'all want, but I call them features. It's a lot of features that Samsung phones has that just make you come back to it because it makes you like stick like, man, I miss, you know, if you picked up an LG phone, there gonna be a lot of times you say like, man, I miss this from my Samsung phone, you feel me? So I don't have a sticky factor for them, you know what I mean? So give me something that's gonna make me say like, yo, my LG phone can do this and your phone can't, okay? That's number one. Number two, you have, LG, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, fam. You gotta give me a better front-facing camera. Like the front-facing camera that y'all had on the G6 series, and heck, even on the LG V30 and the V30 Plus camera, this shit, horrid, abysmal. Y'all need, whoever came up and said, yo, man, this works, y'all need to fire them ASAP. That was not the way to go at all. Not the way to go at all. I actually did videos with the front-facing camera on an LG phone. I tested it out, not good. So, not good at all. Number three, keep the headphone jack. Please don't try to start following the Pixels and HTC phones or the iPhones. Keep the headphone jack, man. Y'all don't always have to follow what Apple does. I know Apple usually, when Apple does it, set trends everywhere else. Don't do that, please. Keep the headphone jack. Number four, please give me better battery life. Now, I don't really have any complaints. Better yet, LG G7, give me similar battery life to what the LG V30 had, because the LG V30 had, I had no complaints with that phone. That phone battery life was awesome. Standby time was awesome. I have no complaints with the LG battery life at all. I mean, the LG V30 battery life. So if you bring out the G7 next year, man, you know, if it was up to me, honestly, I would have scrapped that G series and stick to that V series. That V series is promising, yo. It's like, y'all can take over the world with that phone. The V series is a really, really good phone. So give me similar battery life to that. And then last but not least, man, give me 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Now here's the thing, and it's gonna go for the Note, and this is pretty much similar to the S9 and the Note 9 too. What I'm expecting from y'all, you gonna stop charging me $1,000 for a phone and y'all still giving me $700 specs. And what I mean by that, yeah, y'all up in the, you know, the Snapdragon every year, that's cool, and add like a couple of, you know, features, but y'all not up in the you know, the battery life. Y'all not really up in that too much. Y'all keeping that the same, and y'all not giving me more storage. Y'all still trying to give me 64 gigabyte storage for, you know, the base model, and then you still trying to give me 4 gigabytes of RAM. No, if you're gonna start, and that's pretty, so we already know next year, 2018, these phones gonna be upwards of $1,000. We know that. So if that's the case, you gotta start throwing in some nice little trinkets in there. I want 6 gigabytes of RAM, or just like the OnePlus phones, give me 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Give me some wireless headphones in the box. If y'all are gonna remove the headphone jack, then y'all need to give me some wireless headphones, you know what I'm saying, in the box. I'm tired of these dongles, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It cost y'all maybe like, what, you know, $5 to $10 to make the dongle, but y'all charging me $1,000 for the phone? Nah, fam, I'm not, no, we're not going for that. So LG, if you are gonna, you know what I'm saying, veer away from the headphone jack, you better throw some wireless headphones in with that. But other than that, all right, moving on to the S9. Again, a lot of these are going to kind of go over to the Note 9 as well, because Samsung kind of, the S9 and the Note series sometimes, for the most part, usually are the same thing. So S9, what am I expecting? Number one, I need way better standby time, Samsung. Now, from what I've noticed, the standby time only decreases like drastically when you have the Gear Watch hooked up to it for some odd reason. But like I noticed that if I have Bluetooth on and I have my Gear Watch on in the crib and I leave my phone as like sitting still, it'll still drain kind of drastically, right? I remember there's a time I forgot to, put my phone in the charger, and it pretty much dropped maybe like 13% just over one night. I ran that same thing again, but I turned Bluetooth off and just like left it on, no Wi-Fi, nothing, just left it alone, and only dropped like 2%. So, if you're gonna have, if you're gonna sell me an accessory, then you need to figure out a way to improve the battery life, so I don't have to worry about battery drain over the thing. You gotta think about it. If the battery's draining that much, you're not even using, the device, just think about how much it is like throughout the day, how much your phone is draining. So for those who are Gear S Watch users, don't be alarmed, you're not crazy. The watch seems to drain battery life like crazy. So, and that kind of goes into the second issue, which is better battery life. Like, again, Samsung, I appreciate y'all and, improving the processors and whatnot, all that hoopla. But let's be real, for your average consumer, they don't really care about how much efficient the processor is and all that. They just want to see a bigger battery number, right? And for the most part, y'all been standing between 3,000 and maybe like 3,500 milliamp hours. Like, nah, fam, give me that 4,000 piece. Give me that 4-piece spicy. I need that with the biscuit, okay? I'm getting tired of the whole 3 pieces now. We passed that already, Samsung. Obviously, to me, batteries aren't at the state yet in which the processors is, right? So if you look at processors are way more efficient year after year after year, right? But battery life or battery technology, for the most part, it hasn't grown to me that much. I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like batteries have hit that point yet. It's like, all right, these are top notch. So yeah, I need better battery life and better standby time. Now, going into my third issue, Samsung, I swear for Lord, if you don't get rid of that beauty face garbage on your phones, on the front facing camera, please take that out. Take it out, scrap it, burn it, whatever you gotta do with it, get rid of it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. I cannot stress that enough. The beauty mode on your Samsung front facing cameras makes a lot of things look horrible. And right now I am filming on my front facing camera on my Note 8, but it's, again, it's not applying a beauty mode filter on it, so it looks, perfectly fine. Dynamic range isn't doing so well right now, because you guys see everything's like, white, it's bright, so it's like it's real white in the background. But I don't want to see it on my phone. I don't want to see that no more. Please get rid of it. Speaking of cameras, let's move on to the 1080p 60 frames per second issue that you guys are having. You need to fix that. I love using 1080p 60 frames per second, but I'm not going to use it at the expense of I'm always having to try to refocus my camera. The focusing on the 1080p 60 frames per second Samsung devices is horrible. The focus is just not good. I did a test on that between the iPhone 10 and the Note 8, and it's a huge issue. It's an obvious issue, okay? Now, goes into my next point. What I'm expecting from y'all, I need y'all to go ahead and give me 4K 60 frames per second. Now, iPhone 10 is charging, I'm gonna be real, the iPhone 10 camera is phenomenal. It got a 4K 24 frames per second, a 4K 30 frames, then 1080p at 240 frames per second. Like, I want all those options. Samsung, if you're gonna compete, baby, you gotta compete with the top dog right now, the camera right now. I mean, the Pixel 2, even though that's like the highest rated smartphone camera, but the iPhone, man, they stepped up a big deal this year with their camera. So shout out to Apple for that, you know what I mean? All right, so here's what I expect from the Note 9. I expect the Note 9 to definitely have better edge palm rejection, because we already know the edge panels are not going anywhere on the smartphones, especially Samsung devices. So I need the Note 9 to have better palm rejection. It's too many times where I'm sitting here holding the phone and I'm not really paying attention, especially if I don't have the case on it, and I'm trying to select something I can't, and it's only due to the fact because the edge, the palm rejection is not good enough for the edge panel. I also need better implementation on the navigation bar for the Samsung devices. Too many times when you're sitting here trying to swipe up for something and you can't. Because me personally, I don't have the navigation bar always showing. I swipe up and get to it. So I know that's just a personal preference, but still, if you give me that option, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So if you're gonna have the slide up feature for the navigation bar, make it easier, whereas if I'm trying to swipe and get back to something or enter a message, I'm not swiping up to the home button and actually clicking away from the app. So I definitely need that. I need every feature better than the S9 series. The Notes are known for being better than the S9 series. So if the S9 Plus has 6 gigabytes of of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. I need the Note 9 to have 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. It also gotta have Qualcomm 4.0 quick charge. It gotta have dual speakers. I'm talking about it gotta have everything better than that S-Line series. When people buy a Note, they're expecting to have the best of the best, not the same, similar to saying, no, we don't want that. So with that being said, man, I appreciate the love from Eazy-E having me do this video, man. I appreciate the collaboration. I definitely want to do more videos with your boy, man, but these are just my quick thoughts on what I expect from the LG G7, the S9, the S9 Plus, and also the Note 9. It's your boy ShawnBNice dropping heat rock for y'all daily. Your boy, and I'm out, man. Deuces.